back scratcher.
Coast
Shit, did I say that
Podcast.
live? I said it live.
You said it live.
Dude, I fucked up like it was episode 2 again. Oh, wait, this thing's on. Go ahead, do the thing. You do the thing.
Why?
Just the
like, subscribe, comment. I know you haven't watched it yet, but trust me, you'll like it. So just subscribe to it and go to the link tree down there, buy stuff while you're listening to us.
Buy stuff off of the Shopify.
Yeah.
We need fundages. And yeah, like he said, like and subscribe because we're just stupid.
Yeah. If you like stupidity, this is the right place.
I know shit, right?
Nancy,
so
Mary. Happy birthday, Mary.
Happy birthday, Mary. Too bad you're not
birthday,
here, but
Mary.
it's okay. We understand.
Oh, no, it's also Jethro, our buddy Jethro we've had on twice with his
birthday Mr. Smiley. Happy birthday, buddy.
To that guy. Who knows who else we missed? We missed birthdays lately.
That's okay.
I'll be able to notice this pattern or not, but me and Mary are taking turns now all of a sudden. She was on last time, and now she's not. Now it's my turn. So
hey, she's got a legit excuse, and there was a time or two before, I believe, where Ferris even had a birthday and may not have been here. I don't know. I'm not.
No, I had a birthday. It just wasn't mentioned.
Oh shit, that's right. That's what it was.
But I think he could have, like, was his finger sneezing? He could have at least said, "Hey,
finger sneezing." What the hell? Anyway. So I think we ought to kick this thing off. You want to tell the people about the dream you had there, buddy?
About my dream?
I know we just talked about it, but hey, we might as well just tell the people. Nick and I got this like connection, y'all. So for anybody who's never seen the show, never heard the podcast, I'm out here in California. And Nick is all the way on the East Coast. Over there in New York.
That's how to get some thumbs up from the LGBTQ community.
Unique in New York.
Not in New York City though. I'm on the other side.
Right. And yeah, we're on the same wavelength, so to speak. So, he apparently had some kind of cool dream.
It's actually the second time that's happened to me.
What?
Yeah.
You've dreamt about me twice now?
Twice, dude.
Hey, buddy.
The first time I dreamt I was at your house, but the house was a little bit different. I remember motivating around. It was very weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think you told me about that first one.
I didn't? Well, there was the first one.
Well, all right, enough said.
That was wild. And then a couple days ago, I had another one. It was real, like I said, I was deep in sleep, which usually I'm not very deep lately, but it was that 5 minutes of sleep.
That's what she said.
No, that's more like, ow, ow. No, we won't go there. Anyways, I walk outside, car pulls up in front of my house, and Brandon's getting on. I was like, oh my God, Brandon. Big old hug. I'm sitting there, Gavin comes up, look, it's Brandon. Everybody's freaking out.
I'm famous.
What kind of car was it?
Right, yeah.
I didn't pay no attention to the car.
Do you remember the color?
Am I wealthy?
I don't remember.
Did I do well on that game match?
Hey,
ended up
he
with
got out of a car, which means he drove from California and it made it. So
right, that must mean that people bought some shit off our Shopify. Then people must have bought some merch. That's the only way that's gonna happen. I'm broke.
So, anyway.
And with gas prices nowadays, yeah, I ain't fucking driving out there. Sorry, we were talking about that just a little bit ago off the air. Shit. What's your? Let's inform the people.
Inform the people.
How much you paying for gas out there in New York right now? Where you're at?
It was $4 something. It was high, but it
shut up.
When it was dropped down, like it was at like $3.69, and now it's going back up again because of the whole Saudi Arabia thing.
I don't know about the whole Saudi Arabia thing, but we'll get to that in a second, I think. Ferris, what are you paying for gas right now?
Us not allowed to sell us this information.
Oh, you never know. They did just take down an episode.
Man, I'm taking a loan out of the pump every time I fill up.
Oh, I don't even want to hear
it. $3.35 a gallon.
Shut the front door. Dude, $3.35 a gallon was our normal gas price about 2.5 years ago out here. You know how much I paid for gas today? Take a guess.
$5.83.
Nope.
$6.72.
Not quite that much. $6.39 a gallon.
But you're in the.
Well, you talk about
America.
I'm in the what?
Talking about normal gas price. That was like 2 years ago for us. Was under $2.
That's
It was like
and
$1.90
so
something.
that's just not right.
Dude, I understand. I know,
Dude,
where
it ain't
you're
been
at
in the
is stupid high,
$1.90s
but
out here since the 90s.
still, even around $3 is a lot. Still a lot. $3 is way too high.
I agree, because it went from it was costing me somewhere around $35 or so to fill up my car from a quarter tank to full, just a couple years back. And now I filled up today, and that sumbitch cost me just a pubic hair over $60. It was 62 and change. It was insane, dude. It's
Well,
To fill it?
doubled in 2
Were you
It
years.
cost me
practically.
$80.
What do you got, a 10-gallon tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
My tank is 22 and a half gallons. It costs me almost $90 right now.
Woo-wee.
That's a real man. That's a real
I
man
mean,
vehicle, Brandon.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
real, man.
hey, you get that real man vehicle, some real fucking gas prices like we got
Yep.
out here, and we got
Somebody,
something to talk about, buddy. Okay. Oh,
But-
man.
150.
maybe
150.
we might have to edit it, but I'm just gonna say, when you go and you shut down the Keystone Pipeline,
I'm not going to dispute that whatsoever, and I say we don't even edit it out.
then you give all the shit to overseas to them people who now just said they're gonna stop freaking producing millions of barrels a gallon a day.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, they're cutting
Is
back.
that the thing that you alluded to earlier, that we're not just going to come right out and
Biden
say,
was trying to
because
get
we'll
them to
get
put
taken
more
down
out.
anyway.
Biden was trying to get them to put more out to bring gas down, and they said, you know what? We're cutting back 2 million barrels a day.
Yeah, put more out, do more output where you're at over there, because we're just not going to drill here. That makes zero sense to me.
Well, if we wouldn't be. If they would have never shut that pipeline down, might not be so damn bad.
It's depressing.
What's wrong? What's wrong? So we have this word that's been floating around for, I'd say, decades. It's really become a diversity. Diversity in everything, right? Diversity in the workplace, which is great. Diversity in churches, diversity in schools. You know, we want a little bit of mixed bag so we can kind of learn cultures and all that. Why is diversity such a bad word when it comes to energy? Explain that to me.
Explain yourself. Give me some context. What do you mean?
Well, you got
when
okay.
it
So we
comes
got
to
clean energy, which is the push. I get it. You
Yeah.
got wind, you got solar, you got all these different things that are supposedly clean energy, which we all know takes quote unquote dirty energy or fossil fuel energy to actually produce some of these things, like electric cars, for example. You still have to power them up somehow.
Yeah.
But we want to demonize. I say we as a collective, because I don't care who you are as a nation, we've allowed or pushed this to happen. If you know what I mean. We've allowed it to happen, whether it's at the voting polls or whatever. It's happened. It's happening. I'm not a proponent of fossil fuels versus, over another or whatever. What I'm saying is, what was wrong with being diversified as a nation and having different energy sources until we can figure out what real, true, actual green energy means in reality. You know what I mean? Like, it actually is a thing.
Well, I think in order to answer this question, we also have to discuss certain things that have been done and accomplished over the years. There was that gentleman in Nick's neck of the woods, in one of those most recent shootings, that passed away. And he had basically just completed development of a water powered engine. If y'all remember that news article, we didn't cover it on the show, but I know I read that article. I know Nick read that article. I don't know if anybody else out there listening did or not, but dude created a water powered motor.
So you're talking about suppression of new technology that is going to be green. That's the other part of it's actually been anti-diversity. That's what's going on here. Whether it's your
and this is
control in areas.
Well, this is just my opinion, and I think Nick is real close with that when he talks about having control. For me, I think it's all going to come back down to the almighty dollar, right? How are they going to make the money? They control what kind of energy is out there. By they, that could be whomever you want it to be. Use your imagination, people. Let it fly. I don't give a shit. I know who I'm referencing. Nick knows who I'm referencing. Ferris knows who I'm referencing. Everybody in the world, if you really put 2 and 2 together, you know what's going on. At the end of the day, who controls the energy? The same people that control certain other aspects of our lives. The same people that when the economy crashes and we all suffer immensely, they can utilize that as an opportunity to gain even more monetary wealth because of the positions that they're in. I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing, right? I believe in capitalism, I guess you could say. But you say, how come there's not more diversity when it comes to our energy and fuel and all that stuff? I say because the way things are going right now is lining motherfuckers' pockets.
You know, a buddy of mine and I today on the way to work was talking about the whole them trying to push by 2028 or whatever year it is they're going for to have all electric vehicles.
Supposedly, our governor here in, California, is doing the push where all of the California vehicles are going to need to be electric by 2035. Dude, we don't have the grid for that.
That's one of the things I've been saying.
Yes, Ferris.
How are they going to power all these freaking vehicles?
I'm gonna just throw this out there so everybody understands that when I say we don't have the grid for that, I mean no fucking bullshit here. We had a storm come through where I live, and watch out now. We had 15-mile-an-hour winds, and we lost power at my house for 6 hours due to high winds. 15 miles an hour, dude.
Don't California have like rolling blackouts because they have so much power usage?
They do rolling blackouts all the time. We lost power just a couple weeks back. We lost power for about 4 hours. It was 3.5, 4 hours.
We can barely power these people. Let's add a shitload of electric cars.
We don't have the grid. Dude, California has a third world country grid. I'm telling you right now.
New York wants the electric cars, and they want to get rid of all natural gas appliances, furnaces, stoves, dryers, and make it all electric.
Dude, our governor's trying to.
How are they going to power that? And what are they?
Our governor tried to pass a thing where we couldn't have gas powered lawn equipment, bro.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. What are you going to do with all these vehicles and appliances and stuff that people have to get rid of? What are you going to do with it all?
I'll tell you one thing. I ain't getting rid of it. Good luck. I'll make gas.
You have electric vehicles, right? What happens when you have a bad storm, a snowstorm or something, and power's out for a week? You can't charge a damn car. You're fucking screwed.
Exactly. When the grid freaking crashes, everybody's going back to them fossil fuel vehicles. And here's the thing, my little side comment a second ago, I'll make gas. Y'all know that you can take plastic bottles, right? And there's a way to convert via plastic bottles, recycling and all that. So I watched a video on it. It was a YouTube video. It was like an hour long. This whole process where dude would collect plastic bottles and he would convert them into fuel. It was badass. Dude legit made gas out of plastic. Like, whoa. Well, I don't remember how it was done, but I can find the video again and start doing it if I have to. I'm just saying.
I almost did it with the GTO I built. I don't know what you got to do it with these newer cars, but with like the old cars, all you do is take the carburetor, you put new gaskets in it so don't have gas and everything, clean it real well.
Yeah.
Clean out your gas tank, and you can run straight alcohol. Change the timing, spark plug, and you run straight alcohol.
Shut the front door. No, you can't.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Well, I mean, if you can make gas out of plastic, why not?
That's what I was going to do with that GTO when I lived down south, and I was just going to get drums of freaking alcohol because it was way cheaper than gas. And your engine runs way cooler.
Dude, that's awesome.
If you have a DeLorean with a fancy trash can, you put banana peels in that song. Oh, wait, never mind. That's been suppressed from us. We don't have that technology.
No.
Speaking of gas guzzlers and gas being, basically $6.40 a gallon out here. On Sunday,
it's not that expensive here.
Dude, $6.39. I paid $6.39 fucking cents today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Per gallon. Yeah, you ain't got you don't have these first world problems. But on Sunday, I have exciting news. I am going to pick up this beautiful Bad Mama Jamma. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that.
A Chevy or GMC?
98 GMC
98, yeah.
2500. 98 GMC 2500.
Yeah.
HD long bed, right? Everything's there. Get this shit. Get this shit. 98. Dude, it's only got 260,000 miles.
Really, people will be surprised. It's really not nothing if it's taken care of.
Exactly. Apparently it needs some kind of electrical component thing that the dude already has in order to pass smog, but it's tagged, titled, registered, good until 2023, like January or February or whatever. And he's like, I got the part, I just don't got the time to put it in. So if you know how and have the time, or you got somebody that knows how to do this type of stuff, yeah. And I'm like, bro, I will come there on Sunday. I'm there. So
now you have something to get the shit for the studio.
Exactly. I can do that. I can do dump runs. I can do Home Depot runs. I can do like foliage type stuff with yard waste and whatnot when we have too much.
You know what's going to happen, right?
Shit that I trim. It's going to sit there and I'm not going to do shit.
No. You'll put it to use. It'll be everybody in the neighborhood and all your family that's close. I need to move. Can you help me move this weekend?
Yeah, you're gonna be getting the calls from the family. They need you to pick.
Oh, I know. But the other thing too is it's the full size, right? So it's got the big back bench seat and all that shit. So I was talking with my wife about it. I'm like, when we go on family trips, load everything into the back of the fucking truck. Go. I'll pick up a camper shell for it for, $200, $300, $400, whatever. One that can lock. We can throw all the shit in there, throw the kids in the cab. We don't have to worry about stuffing all of our luggage and everything and all this for these trips no more, because it's big enough.
Put all the luggage in the back seat. The kids go in the cab.
Oh, dude, no! Don't listen to him, people.
I may be off base technically on this, but I believe that component you're talking about, if you take it back off, it'll make a great bug out vehicle. If you catch my drift, we'll talk later about it.
Yeah, my brain is fried from the whole week, so I'm not picking up what you're putting down right now.
Let's just say EMP strikes, that kind of, the whole sky is
falling stuff.
Because you're talking in the 90s was when they really started to put more computer components in there.
Yeah, that's when they hit the throttle. This throttle body was the first.
Yeah, you can strip a vehicle down in the 90s, early 2000s to where it's violating laws. I know in California.
Yeah, but then it won't pass our smog regulations.
It won't matter at that point.
Oh no!
You think in an unrest situation they're going to pull you over and check your computer components and make sure? No, they're not.
It's crazy.
So I'm excited for 12 miles a gallon at $6.39 a gallon. That's going to be sweet. Luckily, I'm not getting rid of my car, my commuter car. So. This is going to be like pretty much only driven on the weekends. But dude, I'm stoked because I haven't had a truck in 10 years. 10 years where I've been just sitting here like I feel like I'm just less of a man. Dude, I was this close to putting lotion on my hands the other day. I had to stop myself.
I mean, by rights, you shouldn't have a damn beard.
You know what? My hat goes off to you, Brandon, because you're buying a vehicle that's 98, lots of years on it, pretty good amount of miles. Like y'all said, if it's taken care of, it doesn't matter. My truck's got 230 something thousand. It's a 13. Okay.
Damn.
But I take the hat off. I did a lot of driving in that truck, man. That truck's been really good to me.
Fair enough.
It's a Chevy Silverado 1500. It's just a great truck. Anyway, but I commend you because around where I live, the amount of attitude you have, the positivity about getting this truck, as old as it is, and as proud as you're like, I'm doing this.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked. I can't wait.
That happens with guys around here with a brand new $60,000 truck. And I'm like, why do you want to?
Who can afford that?
Farm? I know. I
want
ridiculous.
Old vehicles again.
No, dude, I'm paying
vehicles.
I'm paying this dude $1,800. That's how much he wants for it.
And right? No note after the fact.
Exactly. No car payment, no nothing. It runs, it drives, it's current on registration, it's current on tags, it's current on everything. He's got the title, clean title, not a salvage title, not a junk title, whatever y'all call it in your states. It's good to go. It's drivable. He's like, come drive it home. Like,
repairs are much cheaper on those.
Oh, dude, yeah. And the thing is my first vehicle that I ever had was an 88 Chevy step side 350 small block 1500. So I'm stoked. Chevy GMC, right? Same kind of thing, blah, 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 blah. Kind of in a way. But I'm stoked because for me, it's like going back to my childhood a little bit, right? Like my first truck ever, my first vehicle ever was a Chevy pickup. And now this thing, which I'm really hoping is going to be the last truck that I purchase, because I'm going to get that bitch running until the day I die, right? Is basically a Chevy. So I'm stoked. It ain't no Ford. Ah!
It ain't no Ford.
I'd rather have a Dodge than a Ford.
I remember back when I was in high school.
We just lost 16 subscribers.
Travel from New York all the way to North
because they
Carolina
died
to
on the
visit
side of
my
the road.
mother, and we would ride in the back of the damn pickup truck all the way.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Miles.
Bro, my uncle. Oh my God. My uncle had this wow, shit. What was it? It was a early 80s big ass monstrous Suburban, Chevy Suburban, right? You remember what I'm talking about, right? The long ass, like 20-foot sons of bitches, dude. And he didn't have the back seat in there. So from the front seats all the way to the back, it was just nothing but truck bed. And we would fucking smash around in there when I was knee high to a grasshopper. My cousin and I would be in the back just sliding around. It was great, right? I mean, the thing got 5 miles a gallon, but we didn't care because back then we weren't paying for gas and it was only costing my uncle like 98 cents a gallon. I mean, dude, we're talking back in like 1990 fucking 2. But long story longer, there was one trip where my cousin ended up getting a fishing lure stuck in his palm because we were sliding back there after a fishing trip, and it just
Ow.
It's awesome. Oh, dude,
I
miss the
that
90s.
story.
I miss the 90s, bro. I was having a conversation with staff members at work today about how the 90s were the best freaking era on the face of the planet. Oh, it was epic. There's people that know the 70s were great, the 80s were great. Well, sorry, I'm a 90s kid, and as far as I'm concerned, 1999 is yesterday and tomorrow.
Stupid, but I'm telling you what, right now the way things are, I would take the 80s back right now.
You'd take the 80s over what's going on today?
Compared to today, yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
But I rode in a Ford, I rode in the back of a Ford Ranger, the bed of it, from Buffalo all the way to frickin' Greensboro, North Carolina.
How far is that?
It's like 700 miles.
How many?
700 miles.
Holy shit, dude!
I don't know many people who have done that.
Riding. I was in high
How
school.
old were you?
I was in high school. Like,
no, dude, that's awesome. I want to go back to those days,
all
bro.
it would take is the one wrong move and I'm toast. But yeah,
I mean, I rode in the back of a truck, many a time. The last time was after they passed the law where you can't, but I was kind of laying down and no one could see me because I was passed out drunk. But hey, it was still fun. Woke up the next morning, felt great.
Not only did you get away with riding in the back of the truck, but I remember riding around here in the city where I'm at in like Tonawanda, traveling between a house to house, and I was standing up like at the cab of the truck.
Yeah, just chilling, just looking. Yeah,
like you're chasing Forrest Gump or something.
Yeah, dude. Before they passed that law out here, my dad would drive the truck around because it was his truck before it was mine, the '88 Chevy I told you about. I'd ride in the back all the fucking time because it didn't matter. It was like, you're safe back there. What are you gonna do? Fall out? Just sit down.
Right.
Dude, we would. Oh, bro, I miss riding back.
Love riding in the back of a truck.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. We go back to 1989, 91, 89 to 91. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I was 10.
Dude, time machine. We need a time machine. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ferris. I was, 3 to 5, but, hey, I still got memories, okay? Just saying. We need a time machine, gents. We need to build a time machine.
I think a lot of people would agree that their best time would probably be their teens.
But I don't know. I don't know, dude. Those kids that were in their teens just a few years back, I feel sorry for them.
Well, you're talking about
they don't know no better.
You're talking about post 2000 though. It's been different the last year.
Yeah. It's been.
But in the 80s and 90s, the teens were the time to be in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been different since what 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's
The
been
90s
like a
was some of the
totally
best
different
music.
planet.
The music.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. 90s country. Don't care what's on the radio station. If a 90s country song comes on, that shit's getting blasted. Blasted.
I
To the
think it's
max.
funny. I think it's funny. The '90s rock was at the time was so evil, right?
Yeah.
I remember my dad's like, "No, you can't listen to that," and we're talking
Yeah.
like White Snake, Poison, and you look at some of the shit that's out now. It's like that was church music compared to what we listened to.
You're like you're over here like, Dad, it's Soundgarden. What are you talking about?
Nirvana and
yeah.
Oh, 7 Mary 3. God, I love that man.
Oh man. Guys,
Memory Lane in the back of a truck.
Dude, I feel like I'm getting old, bro. I feel like I'm getting old now. What's what's that damn term? It doesn't matter. The sentiment is starting to fall a little bit. Now I'm nostalgia. Thank you. It's starting to diminish. Now I'm feeling my age.
Well, I got a question I wrote a mini of back of a truck too. So, but there was sometimes that, man, I live in the South. We didn't have.
They invented it.
We didn't have back seats in trucks, right? They didn't have crew cabs. And
they didn't even have seatbelts until 2012.
my first like large cab truck I ever saw was the Rangers with the suicide seats that I only could sit in because I was 5 or 6. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe a little older.
Those trucks didn't even have tailgates on them, so you better hold on.
No, because they get stolen. They're hanging on somebody's wall.
Oh, that's awesome.
But no, if you ever looked in the back of a truck and you're like, okay, I'm gonna ride in the back of the truck, and you look over in it, and it's got items in it, you're like, I'm not riding the back of that thing. You know what I mean?
No,
like 40 empty beer bottles and shit, and flying around in there.
Never bothered me. Never bothered me. Did not care. When I was in high school, I went with I had this girlfriend, and I went with her dad out to the woods to collect firewood for the winter. Because where they lived was kind of like where Nick lives in the wintertime. It gets real fucking cold, tons of fucking snow, right? And he was trying to get prepped up. So I went with him, and he had this it was a early 80s model Ford Ranger, and he put a big old lift kit on it and whatnot. And that was back when the Rangers were the full size, right? Before they became these miniature little fucking Beamer Dome things. So we loaded up the bed of his truck all the way, and he goes, all right, hop in the back, make sure nothing falls out. I'm like, Charlie, dude, bro, we got like a 45-minute drive back to the house. Yep. Better hang on tight. Okay. So I did, dude. I jumped back there, got some fucking ratchet straps out, started strapping shit down and whatnot, and I rode in the back and just sat on the fucking stump the entire way. It was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's exciting, ain't it?
I just think he was sick and tired of me because out there with my daughter's boyfriend, I just murder this son bitch. I know what he's doing. Just take the chainsaw right here. No, he was actually a really cool dude. I really liked him when I was in high school. He was a good guy.
Well, shifting gears a little bit, I got a question for y'all. Have you ever
trying to ask earlier?
No, it's probably not. Have you ever had a sense of the need to get revenge on somebody? And if you did, what was it? And I'm not talking about like a brutal revenge, but what was something you just get back even with somebody?
Like something where you just got real vindictive about it, kind of thing, or what?
Yeah, like you couldn't let it go,
like
and you
what
just
I'm going through right now.
Yeah, kind of like that. You're the inspiration. You're the inspiration. Also, the inspiration is came from the first article for our fun segment, news or fake news. So,
well, the thing for me, I don't really ever have this like vengeful kind of vindictive, malicious kind of mindset because I don't really hold grudges. If somebody's gonna do me dirty, it's either gonna be they'll be forgiven or they'll be forgotten. Either way. So I don't need to get back at them. You're either gonna be in my life or you're not. And that's it. End of story. Later, dude. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
That's how I feel,
come on back. I love
feel
you.
the same way.
But yeah, so for me, I don't really need to get back at anybody because, like I said, if it's that egregious, you ain't in my life no more. Peace.
I don't usually get back at people, but there's a piece of my brain because it's shit I've been through in my life with my family and everything else is the reason. But parts of my brain will imagine, I can just do this. Go take them out.
So Nick thinks about all the things that he wants to do. He just
He
doesn't act on
conspires.
it.
He just doesn't act on it.
Yeah. So there's no real crime there.
I think we all do that to a degree,
Oh, don't get me wrong. Yeah, everybody has thoughts. Like,
Yeah,
do I ever think about punching certain people in the face when they're pissing me? Yeah, all the time. It doesn't mean
you say that if you do that one more time, I swear to God, that kind of thing.
yeah. They go, you swear to God, what? Dude, motherfucker, test me.
So the reason
a lot of these people, it's just like the one I'm dealing with, and people keep telling me, everybody I talk to about it says the same thing. Do nothing, dude. Just sit back and watch because he's pretty much taking care of it. He's doing it to himself. You don't need to do anything.
That's the hardest part, though, is like I said, not real vindictive, don't hold grudges, but I don't bite my tongue either in those situations. And when you've got to sit there and just bite your fucking tongue, dude, that's hard.
So I'm
that's
like,
hard.
We at least say, dude, you're wrong. Like, here's the damn messages where you're lying. Like, no, do nothing. It's like, holy, I got all this.
But at the end of the day,
throw out there.
At the end of the day, though, sometimes the best thing you can do in those kinds of situations is legit absolutely nothing.
Especially if you just don't even speak with them and they can't contact you and they can't get anything out of you. It drives them insane.
Yeah, dude, just fucking block them. Or if you have the balls, which I think you do, to not respond and not lash out, don't block them and just let them keep sending whatever the fuck they're going to send and sink that ship even further.
I had to block him because I'm like, he's going to say something. I'm
okay. Well,
I mean, I won't go beat up somebody over, but I will be like, what the,
yeah.
Yeah.
You get pissed off you'll get pissed off at your phone, and then you'll take it out on the wall, and then you got to patch a hole in the wall.
I'll say shit like you say, Nick. When there's a problem, let me do the emails.
Why do you ask, Ferris?
Well, we got a little fun game that y'all all are familiar with, and I know the viewers and listeners and watchers and stalkers and all that with this show. We have so many.
Stalkers,
something like this.
The stalkers, watch out for them stalkers there.
That's a shout out to Nick's buddy there. But anyway, news or fake news. The way we do this is these fine fellas get to decide whether it's news or fake news, and they get points based on their answer, right?
Yes.
So that leads me into this first article. Okay, you get to figure out whether it's news, fake news, real or fake, whatever.
Hold on now. I'm gonna pull up a private chat between just the three of us so we can keep proper track of score here. Okay. We got a B.
Yeah, because we miss Mary. Mary, we miss you in these moments.
Mary, quite confused.
And we got an N. We got a B and we got an N. All right, let's see who's gonna take the cake here. I'm ready.
I think later we gotta all imagine what she's doing for her birthday at the end of the show here. We'll do that later though. All right.
Well, so, wait, hold on. It's coming up on 11, so I should get ready for bed.
I don't know. Let's see.
Nah, right. She stays up pretty late.
Man caught peeing on ex-wife's grave every morning while his current wife waits in the car.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Fake, because she'd have left his ass.
Now that's vindictive, right? Whether it's real or fake, it's vindictive.
That is some vindictive shit.
That's he ain't going upstairs.
I'm hoping that it's fake, and here's why. You said ex-wife's grave while current wife sits in the car, so I'm assuming that I'm not assuming. I'm hoping that they had a wonderful marriage until she passed, and he was able to find solace in another, and that everything's gravy. So I'm hoping it's fake.
What do you think, Nick?
Going on emotion today.
I'm gonna say it's real. Why not?
It is actual news. There's more to this. Check this out though. So this guy,
my God.
So the lady that's deceased, okay, they were married for a short period of time. It didn't work out. It just wasn't good marriage. and her son basically caught her son and daughter caught this guy. They set up a deer cam because they kept finding bags of feces on the grave, and then they catch this guy on video and in person. They couldn't see who he was on the video, so they went and actually staked it out and found out it was the ex-husband. And long story short, there is a law in the books, but you like defacing a grave and stuff, but it has to be a value of $2,500. So they actually were able to prosecute because the son had to clean and sanitize all that, and it was over 2,500. So now the guy has a charge on him for defacing grave.
Good. He's a
messed up.
freaking asshole.
Yeah, it's messed up.
There ain't no marriage bad enough. You need to sit there and piss and shit on the.
Well, again, I'm devil's advocate here. The reason I think he did it, based on the article, was because the daughter, they were married, and the mom, before she passed, had a daughter, whatever. She basically told him that she wasn't his. So I think he was kind of mad. Maybe I didn't really say that that's what it was.
Mad enough to do that. And
Yeah.
then his wife.
No, I agree.
Waits on him to do it. Like, what kind of?
Well, and here's
he's okay with it.
Well, and the other thing too, dude, is you get that kind of news or whatever, right? There's a way to prove that statement being false or true. Now, defacing her grave for the rest of your days, every day, he's a douche canoe.
Yep.
He's a twat
Absolutely.
waffle. He needs. No, I'm done.
On a side note, is this the first time Nick's had the lead on the first question?
No, he's had to have had the lead on the first question.
I don't know. I'm about to do some research. I think it might be.
Hey, he's won a couple of these. I said I was going to go based on emotion. I'm kind of.
Nick, you want to stop right now? We can. I don't know. We have a lot of time.
We're done. I win.
Get out of here. Give me the next question, damn it.
All right. Couple dyes waterfall blue for gender reveal party. Contaminates a drought-stricken town's water supply. Possible explanation for only boys being born since.
Oh, fake.
That's a long article, I know.
That's fake.
So it is fake, but 2/3 of it is actually real.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just
so
the males being born is the only thing, right?
Right. The couples did dye it blue, and it did cause some issues with the town's water.
I was thinking real until you said it was a reason there was a bunch of males born, and I was like, that ruined it.
All right, so still 1-0.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick still got me by one. That's fine. That's fine.
All right, there's plenty.
That's fine.
British traveler visits 91 countries in search of the world's worst toilet, and he says he found it.
That's gotta be news.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fake.
I'm
gonna go fake.
No, don't be fake.
Yeah.
Y'all both say news. Is that what y'all said?
I'm saying fake.
I'm saying news.
Well, it's back to 1-1 because it is news.
Wow. Somebody took
so
the time
it's like
to find the worst toilet.
I couldn't pronounce the place, but he actually found this thing in Tajikistan or something like that over there. Anyway, it's basically a makeshift. Looked like logs, not even 2x4s, like a little outhouse with get this. It was just a hole in the ground, but it had this material that somebody hung around it, thinking that for privacy, but it was actually so they could use it as toilet paper. So this thing is all shredded up and pieced out and stuff.
Oh my God.
No way. Dude, could you imagine that? That's your life's work, dude. You go on an adventure to find the worst shitter on the planet.
Right? 150 pounds spent later. 150,000 pounds on this 91 country trip is what he spent doing this.
How much is that in dollars?
I have no idea.
I don't know how to do that conversion.
We need to ask Gary, whatever.
Dude, that's way more. Nick, get out of here. Get out of here. Jackwagon.
Y'all excuse me. I've got this deep cough I'm trying to get rid of. So, next one. Jury convicts man for vile act with Elmo doll.
That is true.
I'm going with true. It's got to.
It is true, yes.
Oh my God. Do I even want to ask? Yes, I do.
I don't think you need to know the story. It's pretty messed up, actually.
I think we owe it to the people.
It was a contract inspector for a house or an apartment or something that was for sale. He was in there, basically did his thing, whatever it was. They didn't really get descriptive with his doll, and it was caught on camera. And I think the punishment is like 2 years in prison and 500,000 or something like that for indecent exposure or some crap like that. But anyway, basically was about that.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
That's
You hear that, people? 2,500 and 2 years in prison for having sex with Elma.
yeah, and I believe.
Damn.
I believe so. Watch the Tickles, man.
he must have been trying to get a job at Build-A-Bear.
One sailor at a time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where it was at. I can't. This thing's taking forever. I'm not doing that. Anyway,
Build-A-Bear. Oh my
yeah.
God.
So, Arkansas man suing country club after they refused to give him the truck they promised as a hole-in-one prize.
That's real. I think I heard about that.
That sounds legit to me.
I swear I've heard something about that. It sounds familiar.
I'm gonna go real. Because, dude, if hang on. Time out. Ferris, read that one more time, please.
No, I gotta back up. I've got
Arkansas man suing country club after they refused to give him the truck they promised as a hole-in-one prize.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go real. But my question is, did the dude actually get a hole-in-one? Hey, you promised me you promised me this prize on this hole-in-one shot, and I done put the ball in the cup over there. I walked it in and dropped it, but it was still a hole-in-one. Okay, where's my truck?
So you're looking for disclaimers that was cheated or something like that. What do you think, Nick? Real or fake? I think you say.
I'll stay with real, but it's not. There's a different thing. I was thinking of something else.
It's totally gonna be real. It's got to.
It is news. Y'all are still tied. Oh man.
Somebody I heard, but it was a kid, got a hole-in-one and won a car, but then they said, "Oh, you're too young," so he got nothing. They wouldn't even give him a monetary value or anything. He got nothing at all.
Well, this
guy, you give the car to mom and dad.
It was specific to the ninth hole, and he had to make a hole-in-one on the ninth hole, and he did. So I don't know.
And they wouldn't give it to him.
And they wouldn't give it to him though. They're like, oh, well, we don't really have a truck.
I'd be doing the same thing he's doing. That where's my fucking truck?
Yeah, why not? Don't do that. You know.
Could you imagine?
Coast to Coast podcast golf balls.
This is true, and I'm gonna buy some because we have to buy our own shit. We don't get it for free. We're not that cool yet. Buy some stuff, people. Dude, let's do a commercial. You want to put a commercial in here? Boom, here's an ad.
Yeah. Boom, commercial.
There you go. There's an ad for our merch. I'm glad you liked it. That was the worst break ever for a thing. Oh well. But could you imagine if like the world just started spinning backwards one day? Someone's doing a promotion thing, get a hole-in-one, win this truck, and like 12 people get a hole-in-one on that hole.
Could you
all in the same day? Oh, we don't have 12 trucks. Well, you better find one. You owe me one. Where's my truck? Just saying. That'd be crazy.
Man who Googled, quote, when does preparing for a crime become an attempt, end quote, gets his answer.
Of course. You're going to Google a question. It's going to give you an answer. Yeah.
That's fake news.
It's real.
It is news.
Yeah.
It's fake
Boom.
news.
I'm up by one.
Can you imagine just Googling that and then charges being brought up because you are attempting it already based on your
Right.
search?
Right.
Well,
That's the thing, dude. You got to
incriminated.
be careful nowadays, bro,
Yeah.
because everything is monitored. I read a
Typing in what is golden shower? Oh no, I didn't mean to put that in there. You got all these Chinese ads hitting your.
I saw this thing online. I'm not going to say where I saw it. I'm not even going to say the exact parameters of what it was, but supposedly there was a transfer of ownership of the internet, so to speak, that we could talk about offline, because the last thing I want to do is piss off the tubes of you when we're already on a 1-week suspension from something that we recorded a year and a fucking half ago.
You know what you don't want to hear in an article? Man tosses salad after it was rinsed through a golden shower.
I just want to throw this out there. I'm up by one now.
Well,
still going based on emotion.
I got a feeling Nick's going to close that gap on this one. Correlation found between COVID cases and negative reviews. Quote, Yankee candles don't have a smell, end quote.
I'm gonna have to say that we're gonna need to take a pass on this one, because we're already on a suspension for something. And a certain word was said.
Oh my God, he said COVID.
You know what? I'll just let Nick have this one, and I'll take the L, and we'll be tight again, because I'm the one that keeps getting us in trouble. So I won't keep by. I'll
but
keep
you got us in trouble for the same one. Oh, in fact, it was the same episode. So what do you worry about?
Oh, very weird.
So,
read it again, Ferris.
Yeah, one more time.
Correlation found between COVID cases and negative reviews. Quote, Yankee candles don't have a smell, end quote.
I mean,
so it's an article about Yankee candles and the reviews on the candles.
Because you can lose your sense of smell when you have COVID, so they think that the candle don't have smell.
Maybe. That's the only way I can make it make sense, but I have a feeling I know what you're going to do. I'll let you give your answer first.
Fake.
You're saying fake?
Yeah.
I thought for sure you were going to say news. I was going to say fake. Well, fuck it. To make things interesting, I'll say news then.
So fake news with Nick.
Mm-hmm.
News with Brandon.
Yeah.
It is fake news.
All right. Welcome to Chicago.
I thought for sure you were going to say news, and I'm like, I'm going to say fake, and I'm going to get a point for this damn thing, but it went back. We're all squared away. 0-0.
I was hoping because we see these really stupid studies being done all the time. I was hoping that this was actually a thing, like where, hey, I can't smell this candle. I wonder why. You know what I mean? Well, because they have COVID. You lose your smell. I mean, and then you complain about to the company, hey, your candles don't smell.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
No, but your feet
could you imagine how many tests were done though? I'll bet you there were a bunch of tests that were taken.
I'll bet.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I tell you what, it'd be a good. A candle company would see a lot of good profits if they could actually smell it if you had COVID.
Right.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Dude, I had a coworker mention COVID to me the other day, and I just kind of went,
you canceled him?
Nope, not having that conversation. I'm the wrong person to talk to about it. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I will not talk about it because I don't want to get myself in trouble. What else can we talk about?
How about this?
Talking about work.
Man takes second job to provide for IRS.
Yes. Oh my God, please be real. Oh, that's amazing. I'm saying news. I have to. Oh my God.
Fake, but that's
awesome. You're gonna get a point. You're gonna get a point, Nick. You're gonna get a point.
Nick's up by 1, right?
Yes.
Now the race is
Okay.
on in. Here comes Nick in the drawing. Okay.
Oh, I was just really hoping that was going to be real.
Pfizer. Here we go.
Oh, geez.
Pfizer insists. Brandon's not going to say a word. Pfizer insists they did test the vaccine on over 5 billion people.
Oh my God.
This is not a good one.
Nick,
are you paying attention, YouTube?
Nick,
are you paying attention?
Dude, Nick, I advise you not to answer that question.
I don't wanna.
I'm not touching that one, Ferris. No. I'm not touching it, buddy. God bless America.
It had to have been
shit.
a setup one.
Look, this was an actual headline. It depends on whether it came from a spoof site or a real news site. That's what you got to figure out. I didn't make any of these up tonight. I just didn't.
Geez.
These are all from websites. So, well, I am literally quoting another website.
This legitimately exists on the internet, and we have to just decipher whether it's a spoof or if it is
Right.
a certified like news-worthy thing. Okay.
Real.
God damn. He's right. Real.
No, it's fake.
What?
It's fake.
That for sure is gonna be real.
It was
well, because here's the thing. Technically, they could say that.
Here's where you get in. Here's where y'all get into the murky water. So I will just leave it alone. But it is a fake article.
Okay.
Despite what you believe, it's a fake article.
Just saying. Technically speaking, they could.
All right.
Make that claim.
Yeah. Muslim families back on no-fly list after attending school board meeting.
What?
As in, like, all? No. Fake.
Say that again.
I've got vocal guests here.
That's fine.
That's all right.
I think they're barking at me. Anyway, sorry, y'all. I've got 3 dogs, and they like to protect me vocally. All right, Muslim families back on no-fly list after attending school board meeting.
See, now that's where it's tricky. I don't know if they're talking about these specific families or if they're saying for all. So my brain, because it's so vague, automatically goes to all, and I'm going to say no, that's fake because they're not going to. No. I'm saying fake.
Real.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be like 1 or 2 specific families for that area, for that school, and they did something like egregious or whatever. I don't know. What is it?
It's fake.
Yes.
See, what I would say, what really matters is where, like Muslims that are here or in another country.
Ooh, I didn't even think that far. That brings up a good point, though.
That is
all right. We're back
article.
To all square. No score.
Y'all squared up.
I ain't squared, you son of a bitch.
All right. Well, this is for the whole thing right here. Ready?
Nick's too hip to be square.
y'all know who I can't even say her first name right.
Well, then
Tulsi Gabbard is. Y'all know who she is, right?
No.
Y'all heard about it?
I've heard the name. I don't like.
She
talk to her.
She has come out and she's been an independent Democratic Party for a while, right?
She ran for. She was in the primary for president, right?
Yes,
I have no idea.
She was in the primary, the Democratic primary,
in the military.
And she basically got. Look, I don't care how you say it. She got shafted, like she got like blackballed.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that's basically that's my opinion. YouTube.
I don't know anything about her.
All right, so here's the article. With Tulsi Gabbard out of the Democratic Party, she left the party. Title of hottest Democrat goes back to Nancy Pelosi.
Oh God, no, fake.
Title of what?
With Tulsi Gabbard out of Democratic Party, title of the title of hottest Democrat goes back to Nancy Pelosi.
Go back to it. Should have never been there to begin with. No. Man.
We're ending on a tie, buddy. Oh my God.
Man, hell no.
Oh, good Lord. Drunkest, maybe. Get that woman another drink before she falls over. I said that out loud. Fuck. We got to edit that out. I'm sorry.
She got that Hennessy back there.
Wait, no, that's an opinion. That's how I feel about something. So
that's why the Speaker of the House and the President make such a good team. They lean on each other.
Oh, you're quick today, buddy. Well, we do need to know, is it fake or real?
Yeah.
You can't end on a tie. What the hell is that?
Well,
you got one more up your sleeve?
No, it's not the first time y'all ended on a tie. Though. I got nothing. I got nothing else.
You picked scissors after you waited to see what mine was.
What are you talking about? There's a lag. We did that at the same time.
You know, but you think about it, I don't know very many attractive women. I've been trying to think. There may be one or two.
You're married.
I'm being for real here. It's not Democrat. Trust me.
You didn't say that. You said you didn't know very many attractive women. That's what you said.
I'm talking. They're talking about politicians here.
There was a word that he used afterwards, but it kind of faded out, and all we really got was right.
That was transitioning from being verbal to actually using my brain. That's what that sounds like. That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Almost had an explosion.
I mean, there's a lot that I can say about that last statement, Ferris, but I won't.
But it's my opinion. I can't think of any. I mean, if you're talking about,
you talking about just in the government?
Yeah, just a politician wise, Democratic Party or whatever.
So I couldn't even say.
Me neither. Me neither. Yeah, as far as like politicians are concerned, you would know more about that than I do, Ferris.
Look, I know a lot. I know a lot.
Well, dude, I'm so far out of the game when it comes to keeping up with what's going on politically because I gave up on trying to keep track of shit like that fucking 6, 7, 8 months ago when I got my promotion, and I just don't have time anymore. I get my news from freaking Nick or from my wife of all people who doesn't follow anything on the news.
It's very odd to be telling you news. Usually you're telling me.
Well, yeah, and dude, I went from telling you guys all kinds of shit, like freaking 18,000 stories. Did you see this? Did you see this? Oh my God, I had so much time on my hands.
I don't know. Brandon, you've been so busy. It's allowed me and Mary to kind of mold this fella into researching because you've always done it for him, and now he's having to do it.
I do miss it. I really do, because I feel like I feel less than informed because I am less than informed, and it fucking pisses me off.
But I try not.
But I'm not going to spend my weekends doing that shit when I can spend my weekends with my family and actually enjoy.
Oh, you're making the right choice.
But I'm not deep in the news. I just like to watch. I'm looking for the messed up stuff in the headlines, like zombie attacks and nuclear bombs. And
dude, I got deep into the news, bro.
My eyes open for all the whacked out. Did you?
Well, you can't look for Nick. You can't look for news articles that are legit on Netflix, man. You got to go to actual.
All right.
Yeah. What about I got crazy of the deer eating a live rabbit? If that don't tell you shit's going wacky.
That video that you sent, I saw that in the chat the other day.
That's not wacky. It's hairy.
Freaky.
Getting pretty hairy.
I do miss being in the know, like when I would come across the articles, I don't know if I'm allowed to say names, but old Vladimir Putin changed his underwear today. I'm like, hey, good for him. Good job.
I need you to understand my point with this whole Democratic women and attraction thing. Go ahead and Google Tulsi Gabbard.
Who?
Tulsi, Tulsi, and it'll pop up. I promise you. That's kind of a unique name.
All right.
Images.
Tulsi. Gabbard.
Gabbard.
Okay, what about her? What's with the silver streak on the one side of her head?
I don't know. Maybe she's rogue off X-Men. I have no idea.
I think
But
that's purposeful.
she's a pretty attractive woman.
Yeah, she ain't bad.
Okay. But I'm telling you, my opinion, based on what I know about Democratic women, I just say it may sound chauvinistic, whatever, but it's just my opinion, is that they're not Tulsi Gabbard as far as looking like that. They're more, they're less. Okay. And then on the Republican side,
you don't mean it to be derogatory or anything like that. I got you.
That's what this article is spoofing to, is that the most attractive woman now is Nancy Pelosi.
I'm gonna show my camera a picture of Tulsi Gabbard, and dude, tell me that she does not look like Elaine from Seinfeld in this picture. She kind of does.
Yeah, she does.
Sure does.
So anyway, she deflected from the Democratic Party and is full independent, I believe. She didn't go like Republican or whatever. But her beliefs and what she runs on or what she stands on is very independent. Like she's got, which I like. I like that. I like that stance on stuff. Like we've talked about with, pro this and pro that or whatever. I'm kind of more independent in some ways. I lean towards conservatism, right? But there are some things. So I mean, check her out. I mean, but she got blackballed during the last election the last primary for the Democrat, big time.
See, my whole thing is this: is at the end of the day, whether you're Democrat, Republican, whatever, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really care. Like, I got friends that are way left. I've got friends that are way right. I've always tried to be somewhat in the middle and get all of the, you guys know, you've seen me do it for years now. I try to get all of the information and come at it with an unbiased opinion personally. But the thing about it is this: at the end of the day, shouldn't the goal be the same?
No,
No,
I don't know. There's some big differences in what you believe and how you act, and then seeing that goal come true versus a totally different belief and act and seeing a whole different goal. So if you, even though you,
what I'm saying is the goal at the end of the day should be the same. That goal being what is best for the American people. That should be the goal. Either side you're on. Period.
Yeah, but there's so much space between on that
aisle. There's 1.5 million light years of wiggle room.
Yeah,
I understand that.
So you're right. It should be what's best for everybody, but nobody can decide what that is. That's the problem.
Because far too often, and this happens on both sides of the aisle. I just want to throw that out there. I've seen it happen, in my opinion, anyways, on both sides of the aisle. You get money grubbing power trippers.
Oh, yeah.
And then who suffers? We, the people, are the ones that suffer.
I want to go ahead and break a law verbally and just say, if you're over the age of 50, you need to be out of office. Bye.
Get out.
Ya.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Fierce, did you send Brandon those same TikToks you sent me?
Yes.
Did I watch them?
Probably haven't watched them. The one with Paul Harvey.
Dude, okay, if this is one of those like 25-minute TikTok videos that Ferris sends,
it's 3 minutes. Where are you finding a 25-minute video?
Paul Harvey ones, I think, is longer than 3. I think it's near 10, but
dude, bro, Ferris, you find the longest TikTok
I found
videos.
The actual video on YouTube, and it's actually 12 minutes. There's a couple of words at the beginning that's not on it.
In my mind, if I feel like it's got substance, it's lengthy. You can't get a lot of substance unless it's funny out of a 20-second spot.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, you gotta listen to that, Brandon, because this guy when you hear what he says, it's spot on. It's crazy.
1965, he pretty much said, "Hey, this is what 2022 is going to look like."
Oh, yes. I watched that whole thing. Bro, on the money. Yeah. Fucking scary, dude.
That's exactly what's happening.
Scary.
He said, and we're going to fall apart the same like Rome and everybody else. Nobody took them down. They crushed their own selves by
Are
going.
we allowed? Can we play that?
I don't know. It was mind blowing.
I got
Don't
all I
see
know.
why not.
All I know is how much time I've got left for today, and I think we've got enough time. Do we have enough time? You tell me, guys.
How much time you got left?
I got 8 minutes.
Well, you can play part of it.
It doesn't have to be the whole thing,
No,
but
just play a little piece. If people want to watch it, I'll link the YouTube link for it.
Let's just do that. Let's do that instead.
Right.
Let's put the link in the description, and then maybe we won't get in trouble for anything because we're just sharing somebody else's stuff.
You're linked, YouTube.
Y'all stop being so gun shy. Good Lord.
I know it's pissing me off too.
Well,
gone, dude, bro. Gone are the days, Ferris, when you could just
all we got to look YouTube
platform and say what you want.
Listen to me, LubeTube. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're gonna screw us over, fine. It's your platform. But here's the thing: we are all opinionated. Yes, we've thrown facts out there from other sources that are viable. Okay, if we're getting in trouble for viable facts, what community do you live in?
That's right.
It's that simple.
And when we prove that the math does add up,
Saturday Night Live can throw shade at all kinds of popular people, and it'd be opinion or a joke, but we can't sit there and be opinionated. Come on, man.
And not only that, if you're going to call us out, can't you tell us exactly what it is? Maybe we'll
that'd be nice.
Out of there so we can repost.
We'd be happy to censor ourselves. Okay,
I'm pretty sure it ain't a full nothing but 1 hour of misinformation. I'm pretty sure it's just a piece. Sons of bitches.
It wasn't even a piece, buddy, because we keep getting removed for telling the truth.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, we keep getting removed because Ferris and I tell the truth at the time, and now it's your turn, and you've been doing a great job, pal.
And I asked him,
you've been doing a good job.
I don't know if you're being serious or if you're mocking.
He's being serious.
No, I'm being 100% legit, dude. All the way up until I got my promotion, we were getting in trouble because Ferris and I kept telling the truth. Now
see what
we're
you're doing,
in trouble
YouTube?
Because you and Ferris are telling the truth because I don't have the time to stay informed.
See,
you're doing good.
You're making this honest and full of integrity gentleman right here second guess what he's about to say. Stop it.
See?
Well, what are you gonna do?
Here's another thing too. If they can just come out and change the definition of things, then I can say whatever the fuck I want. It's how it should be.
Yeah. Well,
just saying.
They'll be all right with it today, and then tomorrow they'll say, "Oh, we've decided it means this instead now," so it's wrong.
Yeah. I really wish I had the time because I would love to do some kind of like focus group or focused study analysis or whatever. How many definitions have changed in the last like 2 years?
Oh, dude, the way it is, we could talk about something today that is, and by tomorrow they'll change it.
It'll be different.
We're telling it. We're not being honest now.
Well, before too long, the new Webster Dictionary is going to be called the Old Webster Dictionary.
Right.
Well, it is.
But yeah, I mean, recession means something different than it meant last year.
What's going to happen is the Webster Dictionary is going to be offensive and obsolete. We got to write a new dictionary.
I mean, the definition of vaccine no longer is what it's been for all of eternity up until just anyway. We just got shut down permanently, y'all. Thanks for being here.
Brandon, you got a son. You got a young son coming up. We've got a few minutes. I got one more question for both of y'all. Nick's already kind of aware of this video that I saw. But this comes from a video that I saw on TikTok. I sent you as well, but you haven't had a chance to look because you're a busy son of a gun. So we get that.
I'm sorry.
The question is, if your son, let's say he's much older than he is now, between 12 and 16.
You got my attention.
He has a cell phone. You and your wife spend a lot of money.
He ain't having a cell phone until after.
You say that now. But anyway, let's say he has a cell phone and he loses that cell phone. He does something wrong. Don't know what it is. You take it from him.
Okay.
You and your wife take it from him. You ground him from it. Okay. He literally takes the time and trashes your house. I mean, broken windows, TVs, upturned couches, ripped couches, just crap everywhere. Like somebody came in and just ransacked your home. Like grown men came in and ransacked your home.
Hang on, we're talking about my son. How old is this fucking boy right now?
Between 12 and 16. Let's just say he's in that teenage
pick one, because 12 and 16 is going to have two
12,
very different.
12 years old. What do you do how do you react to that? You've already punished him, taking his phone away, and then he does this.
You don't kill him, you just make him turn blue.
By the time
I'm done
with that boy, by the time I'm done with that boy, he's going to be saying, and I quote, "Thank you, Daddy, for not killing me."
For those watching, look, Jacob, from what I know, is awesome little kid.
Oh, so my son's the shit. My son rocks.
That's why I can use it.
Yeah, my son's epic. See, like I said, 12 and 16, two totally different things. My son's 5, by the way. So I don't know how he's going to be when he's a teen. He's probably going to be a bigger asshole than I was. I don't know. I'm his dad, and I was a pretty big.
I'm saying he's going to be, I think he'll be a mama's boy. He's going to be a mama's boy.
Oh, for sure. 12 years old, trashes the house, breaks windows and all that kinds of stuff. Dude, you ain't going to see nothing but the inside of your bedroom for about the next 5 fucking years. I may let him go to school, but probably not. He'd probably end up getting homeschooled. We've got family that are in positions to be able to do things, right? So I mean, he, as far as he's concerned, his entire life would be over, because he'd now 16 on the other hand, that's a different story. 16,
I don't care. For me, 12, 14, 13, 16, 17, I don't know if I'd go below 12 with this, but I already told Nick this earlier, but he's going straight to a facility. Like he's going to go to military something or juvie or something voluntarily by me being his guardian. He's going to stay there. He's going to get a little bit of attitude adjustment, because at that point, let's say, there's age differences that you have to decide upon, right? You said there's also circumstance. Is this the first time he's done this? Is this a pattern? And a lot of parents would say, well, even though they don't say it, but they wait till there's a pattern and then act that extremely on it. No, the first time, you're gone.
You nail him.
My parents threatened me with military school probably 5 or 6 times when I was growing up. If he's 12, 13 years old, that would probably be something that would be considered and would be a very viable option. However, if dude is 16, okay, you little sumbitch, you're going to work your fucking ass off after you're done learning whatever you're learning for the day, and you are going to, out of your own pocket,
replace every damn thing,
fix all of this. I ain't hiring a contractor to do it. You don't know how to put a window in a fucking house? Fucking learn. You're going to learn. You're going to get some skills out of rebuilding what you've destroyed. And by the way, rent is now due on the 1st of every month, on top of the cost to fucking pay for everything. You want to act like you're a big bad motherfucker? All right, I'll treat you like a fucking man. And if you can't handle it and you're 16, okay, cool. I'll ship your fucking ass out. I'm not saying kick you out onto the street. I'm saying we discussed the military school kind of option being a possibility as well, right? Those would be the options at 16. At 12, 12's a little bit of a different story. I know we're only talking about a 4-year gap here, but in terms of maturity, both up here and growth and all that other kinds of shit, it's a huge fucking gap.
Oh, okay.
16, that's what would happen. I know what would happen at 16. 12, I'd have to think about it. But either way, My son's fucking awesome. He ain't gonna do
Well,
that
and
shit.
I could concede
Hopefully.
the fact that at 12 there might be something else going on besides just getting a phone taken away.
Yeah.
And that, for those of y'all
Well,
out there that go to a psychiatrist before anything else, I get it, but still.
well, my wife and I did watch the 2013 or whatever it was Rob Zombie Halloween movie the other day because it's October. And that kid in that movie, when he was murdering folks for the first time, was only about 10 years old. So just saying. Some dude, there's people out there. People are fucked up.
Oh yeah.
And please not my children, Lord. I know I'm screwed up a little bit, but
Well,
your second child, it said your second child's always the handful. So
oh, she is. Oh,
yeah.
dude, she's awesome. She's fucking cool.
notice he went from she's awesome.
Yeah, dude, bro. What can I say, dude? My kids rock. I love my kids, man. They're awesome. Best thing I ever had a part in playing. And with that, I think I got to get off of here and go back to my real job because things are foobar when I leave, apparently.
You can do the thing.
Like, subscribe, comment, share the shit out of our shit. Head down into the description. Check out the video that Nick was referencing earlier. But before you do that, go to the link tree, go to our Shopify, go to all of our merchandise that we've got listed. Click on Giant Voice, go check on that. Also head over to the Giant Voice channel if you missed anything about that. We still got things out there for the Camp Lejeune special that we did. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of things to catch up on and a bunch of rabbit holes to go down. I promise. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. With that, love all y'all. Be good. Come back now, you hear?
Peace.
Later.
Be good.